Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, 2 o'clock. That means it's time for an all-new episode of Bad Advice. I'm your host, Drew Marks. I'm joined by funny people Marie Del Preti.
Hi.
Emery.
Hello.
And Sal Rodriguez.
Hello. I just realized that my Trader Joe's bag is in the frame, in your frame. I'm sorry about that.
Sal was nice. Sal brought us a bottle of tequila. This is what kind of show we have. Sal brought a bottle of tequila, and Marie brought chocolate-covered strawberries. So this is going to be an awesome day. If you are new to Bad Advice, what we do here is we take questions on any subject at all. The weirder, the better. You can submit them online on our website, thebadadvicepodcast.com. You can also go to our Facebook page, Bad Advice. You can follow us on Twitter at Drew's Bad Advice. And we will take those questions, some weird news stories, and we will do exactly as the name implies, give you some bad advice. The advice is free and worth every penny. Make sure you go to the website, check out our T-shirts. We have guys' T-shirts and tank tops for the ladies.
Yeah,
they're
they're
really
hot.
awesome shirts.
They're hot.
If we really like your question, you get a free one. We'll mail it to you. Otherwise, you can buy them for $10. Send in a picture of yourself in the shirt. Boom, goes up on the website. You guys ready to get started?
Let's do
Yes.
this.
Let's do this thing. First section, we got just two stories today, but let's start with crazy people.
All right.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably.
Nice. Now, before we do this first question, are you people who are watching us live, is the live feed on? Let's just see. I want to check this out and make sure because they're writing.
Yeah, we should have done that.
We should have done that.
I don't know why we didn't.
Well, we
do
got
that.
Nikki and Sasha and Jamie. Everybody's here. Can you guys see and hear us okay? Are we live?
I see you on that monitor.
And girls, tanks make your boobs look awesome. Oh, someone wrote, and girls, the tanks make your boobs look awesome. And that is absolutely true.
That's
If you go on the website and look at the pictures, well, Marie, your boobs always look awesome. But in the shirt,
Aw.
I'm guessing they look like super amazing,
They
awesome.
look juicy.
I'm
There
just
you
now
go.
noticing.
All right, we are live. What-
Well, I was going to say, usually I'm an ass man, so I don't really even notice a woman's boobs, but yeah, your boobs are pretty delicious.
oh, they talk to me. And they say,
don't say
Drew,
anything
we
to me."
love you. All right, well, our first story. Police in Minnesota say that a local woman expressed her irritation with neighborhood kids by sending their home a letter inquiring if she could, quote, taste her delicious children.
That's what I call Marie Del Preti's breast now.
Right? Her delicious children?
Yes, can I please taste your children?
Now, the full text read, the children look delicious. May I have a taste?
Wow.
Yeah. It says, shortly thereafter, the family started getting magazine subscriptions addressed to your tasty children. What? Police said that neighbor Carrie Primula, 38, admitted that she was behind the letters and address labels. She was apparently motivated by neighborly gripes. The kids were acting like kids, making noise, and this, the kids were being kids, and this was her response. She got pissed off.
I understand this was Guillermo del Toro's reboot of Hansel and Gretel.
I know, it's so bizarre. It's just like, what? So that was her way of like getting by scaring them. Like, let me taste
Yeah,
you.
like I'm an evil witch. I'm going to taste. Here's the thing: you're a very mellow witch if you just want to taste it. That's like that Volkswagen commercial,
A real witch eats them.
Yeah. yeah.
Doesn't just lick them.
right?
And they probably taste like chicken anyway. Just like my boobs.
Oh, my gosh.
I was going to go with the racist thing and go, is that black kids?
All racist.
No, I just think if you're licking them, you're not trying to do anything other than like show possession. Like, that's my
Yeah.
kid now.
Oh, right.
That's true.
Nobody
'cause
else eat this.
Well, didn't you do that?
Or if you're Jared from Subway.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But I did that once when I was a kid. I was like so angry with this girl, and I was just like, I want to just beat the shit out of her, and I licked her.
Really?
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
I licked her face.
Really?
I was so angry. I was just
This
like,
confirms what I've thought all along.
What?
Every
You're
woman has
fundamentally
lesbian.
psychotic.
Oh, I was going to say every woman has lesbian tendencies.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's something different.
Let's all piss off Marie.
Right?
Well, I licked her face. I didn't lick all
Okay
the
with that.
junk. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, ah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all do that too, right? When we're mad at somebody, we lick them.
Sure, I do that. Sure.
If I thought that worked
happens all
with
the
women,
time.
I would be so much more of an asshole.
Yeah, right.
It's a dominating thing.
Yeah, that's a dominance thing.
Yeah.
What happened in the end of that? I mean, did you
Nothing.
guys date for a while?
Yeah,
She got so scared. Of
that
me.
girl still calls.
Yeah. Cannot get rid of her.
BFFs.
The thing of it is, this woman said, "I want to eat your kids," and we all assume that means like some sort of witchy cannibal stuff. But
Yeah.
if like I said that,
Oh,
Yeah.
if
you'd
I
be in
said,
jail.
Yeah.
I want to eat your kids, like it would have taken on a whole different meaning. I think.
Yeah.
Nikki wrote, "Does she live in a house of cookies and candy?"
Yeah, right.
Well, here, look, I think if you're going to lick or eat the kids, that is completely wrong, depending on how they're cooked.
little salt and pepper.
Right?
Season
Yeah,
them.
seasonings makes all the difference. Like, you got to saute kids.
I like my kids Cajun.
I read an article recently about this guy who worked in a shoe store, like a Kenny shoe store or something like that. Is there still Kenny? I don't know.
Wow, isn't that like
Wow.
70s?
Yeah, Tom McCann's right next to it.
This is a recent Sal story.
Oh my
right.
God.
This is breaking news. So this guy would help the little kids with their shoes, and then would lick and stuck on their toes.
No.
What? I hope he got arrested.
Wow.
That's craziness.
No, but that's my question. What's the crime? What's the crime?
You know, that is the thing.
A
I
little
mean,
toe cleaning.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, people who I'm surprised we don't see this more. You would think that fetishists would be drawn, as foot fetishists would be drawn to that particular
Children.
job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have small little cute feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I
you
mean,
can fit it all. You can fit the whole thing in your mouth, depending
Yeah,
on
well,
the
if you're gonna lick a,
So
if
I've
you're
read.
gonna lick anything, you want it to be a kid because they're gonna taste sweet. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever like? It's like puppy breath.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. They smell sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little
Yeah.
kids smell good,
Yeah.
so I understand. wanting
I've
to lick
heard.
one.
What are you talking about? I know nothing of what you're.
Nothing. That's against my probation. Next story. All right, our next. Any advice before we go? Like,
I think that the kids sound like they should be on Top Chef is like a new entree.
Yeah. No. I'll tell you what I think. This woman does not want her kids eaten, so she needs to find out what this witch's least favorite stuff is. Like, if a woman hates teriyaki, you got to smother your kid in teriyaki every day.
perfect.
and then
Like
leave
if
them
she has a peanut allergy,
Yes,
it's like
exactly.
every day your kid is like a PB and J.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're like, go ahead, lick them.
Yeah, exactly. Good. It'll work one time.
Lick my kid.
Find
bitch.
whatever-
Lick my kid.
That's it. Find out what she's allergic to. That's the advice.
Yeah.
Find out what she's allergic to and douse your kid in whatever that is. It doesn't
That's
matter if it's
good.
kerosene.
That's good advice.
That's good bad advice.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Next story. Police in Iowa City, Iowa said Rose McDonald took drastic steps to avoid arrest on a drunken driving charge. He allegedly swallowed toilet paper before taking a sobriety test. McDonald, age 39, was pulled over at 3 a.m. after officers noticed that he was driving the wrong way down a street. He said the officer said he seemed extremely confused and could not tell officers where he was coming from. He maintained that he only consumed 2 drinks. Yeah. Here's the thing. Officers also noticed his choice of a Halloween costume. Apparently, that consisted of a trench coat and a piece of cloth that looked like a penis. He was taken to the Iowa Department of Public Safety's drunken driving processing room, where he initially refused to take the breathalyzer. That was until he changed his mind after scarfing down a bunch of toilet paper under the misguided assumption that it would somehow interfere with the test.
Okay,
It did not.
This is not a life hack. You need to get off the internet and think that you can eat toilet paper. What the fuck?
You know what? I have bad advice though for him. You know, he chose wrong. Like he should have chose Bounty because that's the quicker picker upper.
I mean, even better, Marie is right. Except it's Bounty, the liquor picker upper.
Liquor picker upper. Well done.
Paper towels. What's his problem?
Right, exactly. Toilet paper. Did I? Okay.
I think he was working with what was available there. I'm guessing. I
Probably
don't,
was stuck to his pants.
I don't think you're. Yeah, I don't think while you're being booked, you can go. Could I get some Bounty? I'd like to waive my phone call for some Bounty.
Yeah. or
What's this person's name? Drew?
retard?
Look, I'm Marie all of a sudden. I totally.
Yeah, what happened? What
His
happened?
name was McDonald.
Okay. Rose McDonald?
Yeah,
That's his name?
but it's a dude.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
And by the way,
sure?
I've worn the outfit he was wearing.
Yeah, sure. Not even for Halloween, just in
No,
general.
no. It was for Halloween
Oh, okay.
specifically. I took a big. I took a. What's it called? A hose,
Condom?
pantyhose, right?
Panty-
Uh-huh.
And we just filled that with pillow stuffing and then shaped it into cock and balls that almost dragged the ground.
Yeah.
It was
That's
absolutely
smart.
awesome.
That's
It was a
awesome.
great, yeah.
Yeah, a
And
cloth
and
penis. What are you doing with a cloth penis?
It was,
anyway?
yeah. I don't know if cloth. Yeah.
Did you put any wire in it so you can maneuver it?
Listen, cloth is a new penis.
Next year, man. Next year. Where were you?
Dragging on the ground.
Yeah.
How much maneuvering can you do?
Roger that.
Dick
Yeah.
on the ground, dick on the ground. Looking like a fool with
Yeah.
your dick on the ground.
Yeah, I was
dick on
dragging.
the
I was dragging.
ground.
Peach Dragon that year.
And someone said McDonald. He was the creepy clown from the hamburger place.
Right.
I understand he had to spend a lot of money on his defense. He had to put up his house for his bail. Rose McDonald had a farm.
Wow, really, Sal?
Wow.
Yeah, you should have
We
another
need to
shot of
feed him more
tequila.
tequila. He's good.
Oh my goodness.
I hope
You are
Ron Swallow's
useless.
not
Right,
listening.
right now, Ron Swallow is
my
banging on there going, I need to
God.
punch Sal in the face.
Now, why? What's the story on Ron?
Ron hates word puns.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
loathes them. Is it time for
hates 'em.
chocolate strawberry?
Yeah.
I'm
Alright.
currently eating mine.
Okay, everybody at home amuse yourselves, because
Yeah.
Well, no, if you have a chocolate strawberry at home, or just a black neighbor, lick them. Lick them like a witch.
Or just
Yeah,
a black
bitch.
neighbor.
Strawberry is the neighborhood.
can I just
home.
say that was delicious?
It's good. It's
Oh
Is
my
it
God.
offensive to call a black person a chocolate-covered strawberry? That sounds nice. That's a nice slur.
How is that not a
Delicious.
compliment?
Yeah, that's a compliment as far
Yeah.
as I'm
If
concerned.
you say, sir, your wife is a chocolate strawberry.
Yeah, that's
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I'd like to lick her. Well, that's where you get into trouble. I guess.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the show or that question, but I gotta tell you a freaking funny story.
We're listening.
My best friend Ron went to the Grateful Dead show at Madison Square Garden 2 nights ago.
They're still
Is
doing
this,
it.
do we know this,
They
Ron, or
do-
are we just using
I thought
first
they were
names?
dead.
Ron's been my best friend forever. He
They're not
listens to the
dead?
show. No, well, one of them is.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah. So they're like John Mayer's playing with them, and it's actually they're really good again. So they play Madison Square Garden. Ron calls me, goes, "You're not going to believe this. I'm the third seat in from the aisle, and the couple seated to the right next to the aisle, they're drinking way too much, and it's Halloween, and the guy is dressed as the scarecrow with the straw coming out, and his girlfriend is dressed like the mummy, covered in toilet paper." Well, about a quarter of the way into the show, and after they're annoying Ron because they just won't shut up because they're like idiot old hippies and drunk, the guy tries to covertly light a joint by covering up his hands and immediately sets the straw on fire. As he starts to flail his arm, he touches his girlfriend, who bursts into flame
No way.
because she's covered in toilet paper.
No way.
Holy shit.
So when he sees that she is now blue flame shooting up her face, he takes the beer and douses her, which angers her, so she pushes him onto Ron
No.
while he's still on fire. And Ron pushes him back off into the girlfriend, who gets mad again and starts punching this guy in the face.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So he's like, I've got the scarecrow and the mummy on fire, physically fighting.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of high. It's a Grateful Dead show. The show's going on, and I want to listen to the music, but there's this boxing fiery couple next to me.
I understand your friend Ron was okay though because he was dressed as the Tin Man. So he
He was fire repellent.
Yeah.
That so goes against everything the Grateful Dead is about.
Yes,
That
but what
is
an
amazing.
awesome story.
It's a great
that's a great story.
And then
Did that
when
make
the
the news at all?
ushers showed up.
Oh,
What's that?
Did that make the news at all?
I have no idea.
should have.
It's a great
But
story.
he's like, the ushers came and like didn't know what to do at first. It's like, how do you like
Put out a mummy?
You're prepared to
Yeah,
deal with a
right.
lot, but it's like a boxing fiery couple.
Yeah.
Step on him. You gotta step on him, right?
exactly.
Right.
No, you have to call somebody that knows about mummies, who knows about Egypt. Ben Carson.
Okay.
Oh my God, that
God.
retarded
So
guy.
dump grain all over him.
Yes.
Problem solved.
For our listeners, if you are unfamiliar, Ben Carson, the presidential nominee, has his own theory that the pyramids were actually grain silos, and he doesn't think the archaeologists, the actual science people that have been studying
I
this
need
for
to
hundreds
correct
of
you.
years.
I need
What?
to correct
What
you.
am I doing
It
wrong?
is not Ben Carson's personal theory. That's what's blowing my mind about
just
the news,
repeated
the
it?
news coverage. He is a Seventh-day Adventist. He believes, as the church believes, that Joseph went to Egypt and fed them with those grain silos.
Wait, Joseph with the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat?
No, I
Yeah,
think
no,
you're
that's
confused.
not the guy?
Joseph Smith.
Oh.
Joseph Smith,
Is
the
it
Mormon?
Red the
Oh,
Mormon?
the-
No.
No, that's
yeah.
the Mormon. I've got the wrong Joseph.
Come
I was
on, man,
gonna
get
say,
your
yeah.
fucked up religion
I'm sorry,
straightened
I'm
out.
sorry. I can call an expert on this. I actually am making a movie who is an expert on this. Ryan Bell was a pastor at the Hollywood Seventh-day Adventist. And I called him and I said, I'm watching these stories and I'm really amazed because everybody's reporting it like this is his own little pet theory. And
No, it's just what it's. I don't think it's so much that it's his theory, but it's what he believes.
Yeah, but I read that more than one article claimed that he had his own personal little bizarre theory about this.
The Lord
And
spoke to him.
And they didn't point out that what was really going on was he has a faith system the Seventh-day Adventist system, which, did anyone at this table know that Ben Carson was a Seventh-day Adventist?
Yes.
I didn't know.
You did
No,
know?
I didn't
You didn't
know.
know. You
I
didn't
don't know what those people believe.
I don't
but
know anything about them.
Yeah, well, that's it's a two-layer problem. No one really knows just how nut shitty the Seventh-day Adventist belief is, A. And B, most people don't even know that guy's a Seventh-day Adventist. And that's a major problem, and I don't know why they're not reporting this. So I, personally, have... I contacted Ryan Bell, who's written a piece. Go look for it, by the way. He just sent me a copy of it yesterday. Ryan Bell wrote about belief systems because he used to stand at a pulpit and teach them.
Wow.
So is it as crazy as Scientology? Is it that extreme?
Is it that?
Well, my reaction to that question is virtually all Christians are as crazy as Scientology. That's my opinion. When you really start breaking it down, drinking the blood of Christ,
but it's really good.
Aged 2,000 years.
The thing is, he ate a lot of pineapple, so
right. Very tasty blood. Very tasty.
Gosh.
Yeah, he stayed away from the asparagus.
yeah, no, it was very good. All right, that's interesting. We can cover more on that towards the end.
No,
but
I'm
like,
sorry, I didn't mean
the
to.
Seventh-day Adventists. What I find interesting is like all the evangelical Christians who love Ben Carson. I wonder if they knew the weird shit that Seventh-day Adventists believe, would they still support him?
Right.
No, Christian organizations are so divisive within themselves, but they will band together as a unit. You know, like a Catholic would never care about a Seventh-day Adventist. An evangelical would never care about a Baptist.
Right.
Or sorry, you know what I mean. Anyway, they all wouldn't care about each other until they all have to band together to support a candidate, obviously.
I'm a Catholic, and I would never band for anything for him.
But wait, are you an official Catholic?
I mean, I go a couple of times.
You go twice a year.
Every
for
10
You're
years.
Catholic light.
I am. I'm adjacent. You know what I mean?
She's Catholic.
Wait, is your husband Catholic?
Nice.
Raised Catholic.
He was
but
raised Catholic,
Yeah,
okay.
he's more like you guys. You know, he questions.
You
Like
mean
me?
sexy?
No, wait, hang on.
Oh no, we don't question. We're like that's just nuts.
Yeah, right.
Not like me, because I think that Emery is a hardcore atheist. Like,
No question.
Yeah,
I'm an
hardcore-
activist atheist.
okay, and I think you're sort of like an agnostic, sort of.
Yeah.
Like you don't really care.
I don't care. I don't
Well, he
care,
thinks
but
you
I
could
do
know.
not want.
Agnostic isn't right. That's not right. He's a lazy atheist. A latheist.
Well, yes, I am a lazy atheist, but here's the thing: I get more militant because what I am
Militant.
truly against
Yeah.
is when people use their religion to try and push an agenda or influence other people.
I do
Like,
too.
I don't give a shit what people believe. But, like, if someone's going to use that in politics or law or anything else,
Or
then I have a
social
huge
issues.
problem. Or socialism, I have a
Yeah.
huge problem.
I have
well,
a huge
keep it
problem
to yourself.
with that too, because I was just saying the other day, it's like, you know, they say, you know, especially in Catholicism, it's like they're anti-gay, they're anti, you know, abortion, they're anti, you know, contraception, you know, and it's just they're so anti, and it's just like, you know, if you look at like where it comes from, which is Jesus, which is all about being good to people and
And tasty.
accepting and being tasty
I would lick
and
Jesus.
hot, and he was really
I mean,
hot.
You'd lick Jesus?
If they got a lot of the sand off him, yes.
Yeah, right.
He was a little dirty.
Well, what about the guy? One of the congressmen took the Pope's water. How
That
creepy
was
is
a Democrat. That's what
Yeah.
really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he do with it?
When the Pope came and addressed Congress,
Yes.
he took his water glass
Like
What
as a
was left?
souvenir.
and
What was left of
absconded
it?
with it and
Yeah.
like wanted his family
He
to
took
like
it around and fed it to his family to bless them.
Yeah.
If that isn't idol worship, I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
But he's like a better.
And then
looking-
one of them got lupus. I'm just making that part
a
up.
little syphilis, a little something.
No,
we
you
don't
know-
know what he's got.
Yeah, the Pope gave me syphilis.
You know what I mean? Why don't we know what he's got?
No, when you're the Pope, you're expected to go up to people with diseases and touch them. You're like, I saw the Pope like kissing some guy with leprosy on his face, and the Pope was kissing him. I was like, wow, the Pope, you know, he's immune to all that shit. 'cause
That's
he's the Pope.
balls. Or
Not immune.
Or he's a
I don't think that's how you get
transfers.
leprosy. You don't get
Right,
it.
exactly.
He's what he is scientific. He understands he's not going to catch it.
Wait, you're saying you can't get leprosy by kissing a leper's face?
Yes, I am. If
How
the
do you
Pope
get
kissed
leprosy?
I don't
How do
know,
you do
but
it?
kissing a leper's face is not how
Wait a
you
minute,
get
if you
leprosy.
don't know how do you get it, how do you rule out kissing a face?
That's ridiculous.
No. All right.
How
Well,
about
you
licking
guys
a leper?
Well-
Licking a leper?
maybe.
Should
But
we-
here's the thing.
I
Oh,
want
I am not for leper licking.
to test this and see if he'll lick a leper.
Yeah, you will not lick a leper.
Okay, here I want to answer
I'm going to
your
bring a leper next week.
yeah.
Because they're just hanging around the Home Depot.
Next week on Bad Advice, leper lickering.
No. I want to answer your question, Marie.
Okay.
The answer to your question is if I'm doing logic right now.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I know it's foreign to you, but here's what I'm doing.
Wait, what did I miss?
Nothing. You didn't miss
me.
anything.
He dissed me.
No, No. I still want to fuck her. But here's the deal. I'm such a sexist pig.
You're trash.
Here's the deal. What I'm saying is, if you're saying that he's immune. That's what you said.
Sure.
earlier.
Yeah, because he's
I don't buy it.
Because
he's
because
from
of
the Lord. From the Lord, he's immune.
Because I presume you say that because I presume this is a presumption because I presume you're presuming that to kiss a leper means that you can or will get leprosy.
Yes.
Much in the same way that some people think to kiss a homosexual.
Homosexual, yes. You'll turn gay if you kiss
To kiss someone with AIDS, that you'll get AIDS.
Well, we
That's
know
not
I think
true.
they're different.
scientifically that
They're
that's
different.
not really possible.
No, they're different.
And what I'm
Leprosy,
and
I
what
think
I'm
you can get by kissing someone's
I'm going to
face.
look it up as you take us to
I
the next
think-
story. But
That's
what
why
I
they
was
send
saying
them to an island.
That's what we're
I'm going to get to the bottom of it
Let's
for
be
everyone.
logical about this. Okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to be. But I was applying logic.
I will lick a
and
toad, but I will
and
not lick a
admit-
leopard.
And I will admit if I was wrong.
Okay.
Because I'm going to go look up how leprosy is transmitted. But based on the data
I will
that
bet
I have,
$1.
I hope he's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a deaf leper?
You are dying.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing.
I've been
here's the-
holding it for 10 minutes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry to interrupt, but that's pretty funny because the drummer had one arm.
Yep.
Really?
And so
Yes.
do a lot of lepers.
He didn't
Is
lose
that how
Wow.
they came up
Yeah.
with the name? Because
Yeah,
they had one arm?
from Def Leppard. Yeah.
That's
it. No, that's not how they
amazing.
came.
That's
What
not
are
how
you doing? Leave her alone. Now I'm defending the woman I was just attacking. All right, here's the story. Here's the story. I'll finish right now.
Okay.
All I was saying was, based on the data that I have,
Yeah.
I think you're making an inaccurate assumption about how to transmit the disease because we know, based on what you said, assuming it's true, we know that the Pope kissed him.
It's
And
true.
I know that the
it was
Pope
in a
isn't
meme.
magical.
It was in a meme. It's
Oh,
true.
son of a
Finish.
bitch! And I know that the Pope isn't magical. So based on the data I have, I'm presuming that kissing a leper doesn't transmit the disease. That's what I was doing. I wasn't saying I knew anything. I was doing some data.
All right, in that case, I screwed up because the time I was on tour and that leper offered to go down on me, I totally said no, and I guess I missed something. But all right, our listeners, someone says, Lady Gold says, "Hey, I see you, Sal."
Oh,
So hi, Lady Gold.
That's
Hi,
nice.
Lady Gold.
And someone else said, "Licking Jesus." Now, if that's not a hot movie, I don't know what is.
Somebody write it.
We should totally make that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
right,
should.
Licking Jesus. I
Yeah.
like it. All right, last story. Trick-or-treaters in Quebec got more than a trick, or got more of a trick than a treat when they accidentally received bipolar meds instead of candy. Apparently, a pharmacy in Quebec unknowingly passed out the antipsychotic pills after a customer dropped her 17-year-old's prescription on the way out of the store. A store employee then picked up that prescription, didn't know what it was, and set it on the counter where someone else didn't know what it was, so they added it to the candy bowl.
oh, because they look like Good and Plenty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these individually wrapped antipsychotic drugs went into kids' bags,
Did
which
anybody
I
take
think
'em?
is awesome because the side effects are paranoia, suicidal thoughts,
Shut
nausea, and
up.
depression.
So
Which
it's
is-
not it's not like Ritalin where you get a little up and happy. It's is that what it does to you?
If you're gonna be that way, Halloween's the night to do it.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's the night to get
It's like, in the Batman movie when the scarecrow like sprays the stuff in him and then you start seeing all the weird stuff.
Yes.
What a great Halloween where everything gets truly scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Halloween should be scary. In fact, we've watered down. You know what? People talk about the war on Christmas. I'm here to talk about the war on Halloween. You know, people will try to make Halloween less scary. Halloween is all about scary. Let your kids run the streets. Let them take the candies from strangers.
And what's scarier than blackface?
Yeah.
For white people. Yeah.
I found Adderall in Hawaii on the beach where my kid was playing. He was playing in the sand. There was like a pill, and I was like, "What is that?" And so we looked it up, and it was Adderall.
It was a
And I
pill in
Was
a
it
container?
wrapped or just
No,
like
it was
loose?
just out. It was
Just laying there?
Just laying there.
Someone dropped their Adderall.
Yeah, someone dropped
No,
their
no. You know
Adderall.
what? It's these whales. They're beaching. They're depressed.
They're totally depressed.
Yeah.
No, that's actually
So people are trying to
ADD.
give
Oh,
them.
it's for ADD. Okay.
It's ADD.
Well, have you seen
medicine.
whales? They don't know which way they're going. They're going that way. They're going this way.
Yeah,
They don't
they're
know.
like, I don't know where.
They're not good at self-diagnosis.
I think it was probably sharks because they're getting lost going into waters they shouldn't be. So
It's
they're
true,
all-
yeah.
I found how
distracted.
leprosy is transmitted.
Oh,
Wow.
how, Mr. Know-it-all.
Mm-hmm.
How?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What do we got?
Researchers suggest that M. leprae are spread person to person by nasal secretion or droplets. However, the disease is not highly contagious like the flu. They speculate that infected droplets reach each other's reach other people's nasal passages and begin the infection there. Some investigators suggest the infection droplets can infect others by entering breaks in the skin.
So you don't do an Eskimo kiss with
So
a
if you lick
That's right.
anywhere near the nostril,
Or kiss. What's the one thing you're not supposed to do when somebody's sick?
yeah,
Kiss them.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Here's the
That's
thing.
the one thing?
If I'm the Pope and I want to do that, all I need do is disinfect the second I've come in contact with someone with leprosy. But it's not. It says here it's not easily contracted.
Do you think there's a
And that's
bishop
the
waiting? There's like a bishop waiting with an
handy
antiseptic
wipes.
wipe. Here you are, my father.
either that or
So
it's
the
like,
reason that
okay,
we put them
Holy
on,
Father, before you lick, they just spray his face with like Lysol.
They baby wipe him.
I
like,
know
with a-
that's what I do. That's what I do. If you elect me Pope, I'm going to take precautions if I'm kissing lepers. But it sounds like it's a long shot to catch it through
But
brief
it
contact.
is possible.
Well, it is possible.
I'm not. Here's the thing.
Wow, look at her searching for
I
her
am
answer.
not taking that risk. That's all I'm saying.
Not
Yeah,
am
yeah,
I.
that's another thing that religion will do to you, especially if the Pope believes he's infallible, but he doesn't. This Pope doesn't buy into it. And infallibility is a whole other discussion because he's only infallible inside the Vatican in a specific place and all this bullshit.
At 12:01
Yeah,
a.m.
it is. It's very, very specific when and where.
Okay.
All right. Well, before we move on, I will say with the pill thing, if there's any advice for the pharmacy,
Yeah.
I would say, listen, it's fine to give out drugs, but make them good. Like something the equivalent of Quaaludes, something those kids can really enjoy.
Percocets.
Molly.
Yeah.
Well, coat 'em in
Ecstasy.
licorice or coat 'em in chocolate or something, right?
Yeah.
Give them a tasty flavor.
Yeah. I mean, your kids
Best
are going
bad
to...
advice of the show so far. Candy coat the drugs for the kids.
Can I just say also,
Put them in a Kit Kat.
Emery, that the atheists I know more about religion than the religious people I know.
It's true generally.
Yeah,
it's
that's
absolutely true.
Well, the
Most
more you know, the more you
Pendulum-
realize it's nuts.
Pendulette says the quickest way to atheism is to actually read the Bible. That's a loose quote, but that's what I think.
I've read the Bible cover to cover, and here's me reading the Bible. Oh, cool. Oh, what? What the hell? Oh, cool. Oh, that's crazy. Cool. Like I was just back and forth with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't believe in that there was Adam and Eve, and what I mean. Like I'm realistic about it. I just take what I like, the good messages.
You pick and choose.
Yeah, I pick the good messages.
Yeah, then
I'm
you're not. Then you're an atheist.
Wow.
I don't
You've been
know.
cornered,
I believe
Marie
in
Del
God.
Preti.
Well,
I
that's-
believe in a God, so
Okay.
I'm not an atheist.
Based on what?
Oh no.
No.
Okay, let's move on.
Hang on.
This is going to take way too long.
World
Why
star.
is he doing
No,
that
you
to
should
me?
'Cause you
come
said
on
it.
his
You
show,
said
The
it.
Ardent Atheist.
No,
She doesn't want to do my show
I don't want to do a
Why?
show.
It's fun. I do it all the time.
be
because
mean
I was
to
about
you.
to do to her what she doesn't want to have done.
Okay, well, listen,
I'm
let's
not
move on
afraid
to
of 'em.
listener questions.
Yeah, listener
It's
question.
time to help some people, Emery.
All right.
By the way, if,
Oh,
if
you're looking for. You're
I'm looking for the musical
me.
cue, buddy.
God
Yeah.
damn it! That's my cue.
and
I
if you're
messed it all up.
if you're at home, let's start drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
think
start
I'm gonna do one after that.
All right, just pour me a half of one and I'll join you.
Not just anybody.
Help.
You know I need someone.
Wow, that was
Okay.
awful. That was
That
just
was
awful.
That wasn't
awful.
me. It was.
Our
Wow.
first question. I'm engaged to the guy I've been dating for the last year and a half, and about a month ago he started smoking. He never smoked before, and now he says he doesn't do it that much and that he'll probably quit, but not yet. I love him, but I hate cigarettes. What do I do, Nancy?
You hate the brand?
No, she just doesn't. I can appreciate Nancy because I hate cigarettes too. So he just started smoking, and that's after they got engaged.
I mean, the good advice is have them switch to e-cigarettes because they don't taste funny. But
Ecstasy cigarettes?
No.
the e-cigarettes,
I think you knew what you meant.
Yeah, or
He was doing
what
it.
you guys do.
Doing
What
a
are you
bit.
doing? You're
The hookah's not good.
the hookah. No,
Here, no. I mean, it smells better.
smells better.
Hookah's like smoking apples and stuff.
Kind of, yeah. But here's the thing. I think he was lying to you from the get-go.
Yeah, they
You
don't
think?
just
Yeah.
start smoking.
Yeah, I think he was lying to you. I think he courted you for a month, and then once he had you hooked, he was like, "Yeah, we'll take this now that you love me."
Yeah, and it's hard for women to walk away.
No,
Yeah.
you know what else? You need to. What's this woman's name?
Nancy?
Nancy. You need to look at how nervous and stressed out you're making this guy that all of a sudden he took up smoking. How fucked up are you?
Yeah.
Or slip some Wellbutrin. Isn't that supposed to reduce the
Yeah,
cravings?
make him sick behind his back. That's a good system.
You can find it on the
Poison the
beach.
guy.
Find it on the beach.
There you
It's
go.
just laying there on the shore.
Yeah, it's all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Cigarette Cosby, the guy.
You could do that. You could also try. It's like explain to him through example that, you don't like licking an ashtray because he smokes. So what you have to start doing is, how like strippers in, say, Thailand shoot ping pong balls out of their snatch?
Right.
Wow.
You need
No,
to
I
start
didn't know.
smoking cigarettes so that when he goes down on you, you too taste like an ashtray.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
do something disgusting that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say take leprosy and smother an ashtray with it and then have him lick the ashtray.
That's another option.
Yeah.
Wait, I like how Marie said she didn't know that they shot ping pong balls out of their snatches in Thailand.
No.
You're educating her on this. You didn't know this?
No.
What?
She didn't know about the ping pong
But
balls
I
out of the
may have
snatches.
heard about. But
Yes,
I didn't
I-
know that was a
they
regular
shoot 'em out. They
practice in
It's
Yeah.
Thailand.
Yeah,
That's the
they do it.
sound.
They do it at Starbucks. It's
Yeah.
it's no big deal.
Just keeps like ping pong balls. just keep shooting
You're just
by your
walking down the
head.
street. And
You're just like, oh, it smells like fish.
Let's be clear. That's the reason people go to Thailand, Murray, just so you know.
Strictly for the ping
I
pong
want to go
balls.
for the massage, honestly.
I'm going to be there in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
$5 massage. You have to get one twice a day.
You're
Oh, I
saying
know.
it wrong. It's $5.
$5.
$5.
is this from a
I
lady
rub
boy?
you long
Yeah,
time.
no,
Uh-huh.
no happy
I'm
ending.
pretty sure that's Vietnam, but they all sound the same.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no.
If you're going to be racist, do it right.
Wait,
That's the way I see it.
Drew, if you're gonna go to Thailand, I want you to just tell us the truth here. We're amongst friends.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be with a lady boy?
No.
No.
Not- no.
I mean, when in Rome.
Not knowingly.
Yeah, but but he doesn't like penis. Why would he
Right.
want to do that? They're not. They're not transgenders.
What
no,
he's
no,
gonna
no,
do
no.
when
The lady
he's-
boys are transgender, I think.
What?
So
Yeah,
they
they
have
are.
a vagina.
No, no,
No, no, no.
transgender. Emery, will you
Wow.
educate Marie Del Prete?
Transgender means you've made the switch.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
no.
Or you in
everybody.
transition?
It's all kinds of things.
Yeah.
A transsexual, you've made the switch.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
transsexual.
okay, so in transsexual.
No, it's not.
No?
No. You guys are really missing the boat
I am
on this.
not off on this.
Yes, you are off on this.
I don't know.
Transgender and
transgender, so what the hell do I know?
transgender and transsexual are, first of all, in many ways and respects, interchangeable phrases that represent someone in all manner of stages of of transition.
How about trans music?
Yeah.
Okay, see, he's done it again.
I know.
How does he do that?
So you're saying the Transamerica building just doesn't know if it wants to be a building or a house?
I am not saying that at all about the Transamerica building.
Or how about the Trans Am car? That's
Yeah, that
weird.
thing's
okay,
confused.
you
It
guys
thinks it's a
are very
motorcycle.
outside of the
Like-
no, you don't know what you're talking about. You're offending everybody.
Isn't that our poor?
I am
purpose?
doing my job.
No.
Welcome to Bad Advice.
I
Yeah, right.
mean,
So no, I that's a long conversation.
All right,
I'm
we'll
not
do that
gonna-
one
I'm
later
not gonna
too.
burden
That's
the
a
listener with
future
it. Yeah.
show. All right. Well, I guess the next thing that we pretty much helped Nancy. It's like just
Yeah.
you got to make it disgusting.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that she should take up not the same habit,
something
but
else.
something else.
Yeah.
And say, you
Like
know
heroin.
what? Heroin. That's a
Heroin.
good one. Take
Yeah,
up
you don't like
heroin.
track marks? Deal with
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just
I-
not bathe, like just be really filthy, like
Yeah.
just say get really grimy and dirty.
Yeah,
and-
but that's not a habit. I think it's got to be some sort of like a, like an addictive habit that she
Stop
has to
wiping
start
for
doing.
like 6 weeks.
Again, that's just bad behavior. No.
or just
no.
making sounds when you eat or picking shit out of
Again,
your teeth.
just you guys suck at this. No, I'm talking about taking up an addictive behavior, not just not
I'm sorry,
wiping.
Oh,
heroin
Wait,
was not
okay.
a bad habit.
Well,
Wait,
that's a good one. That
like
was a
my
good one.
strange addiction, like start eating Comet or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
See, now that's a good one. I like that.
I don't think you get to do that for long.
I would love that to eat a little soft scrub because
Yeah.
I love it so
You
much.
like
true.
soft scrub. That's not common.
You
Yeah.
have
No,
the
but it's
problem of
equivalent.
smelling something that smells nice, thinking that's going to taste good,
Yeah,
but
it's
you know it
clean.
doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what mine is? You know what
What?
my frightful the thing I'm going to try one
Tell
day?
me.
It's so logical to me, and I have it in my head that I might actually be the inventor or the discoverer of some new delicacy.
What is it?
I know it's weird, right? You're ready, aren't
I'm
you?
ready.
One of our
Is this exciting?
listeners whose girlfriend is transgender.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
shit.
I've dated 3 transgender people in my life.
Male to female or female to male?
All male to female are who I've dated. No, I went on a date once with a male to female, and I've dated.
Did you
If
make
you
out?
go
Yeah.
out with one of each at the same time, do they cancel each other out?
They just fit into each other.
Yeah, they just everybody goes back to what they were. It's like okay, it's like magnets. They just
Yin
Wow.
yang.
You just-
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What's the weird thing that you want to eat?
I'm glad you brought us back
Yeah,
to that,
I'm-
Murray.
I'm-
Thank you
I
so
haven't
much.
stopped thinking about
well
it.
done. I think one of the tastiest things on the planet has got to be, when you break it down, it makes sense. Hummingbird shit.
because they eat nothing but sugar.
That's all they do. They only eat sugar.
Interesting. I didn't know they only. Well, yeah, the
But now-
nectar.
now
And
that's-
yet I'm not putting that on my diet.
Right? Now, I've lived with years. With years,
I might let
I've
one
lived with
pee in my
this.
mouth.
well, aren't
Yeah.
we when we eat honey? Isn't that bee crap?
No, it's you're close. It's
Honey is not bee crap.
what is it? Do you know what it is, Sal?
Bee semen.
Yes, it's bee sperm. Yes,
Mhm.
it's bee sperm.
It's vomit. It's the
Oh.
yeah. Sorry,
That's
it's vomit.
crap. It just comes out the different.
Mine are the same.
entrance. Yeah.
Yours are the same?
Yeah.
If
I like
I
it
eat
off the-
semen, there's gonna be some
No.
vomit.
I lock it off the tap. I'll just get a bee and just let him vomit in my mouth.
You don't get one. Here's the thing, Emery. You don't get one without the other.
Yeah, you don't.
You know, you can't.
Well, that's
So
interesting.
so what we get now for a long time, I thought that this was a good idea, and I still am not sure it's a bad idea. But I did do my research. I sent an email off to an expert, and I said it's pure sugar diet. What's the story? And the expert said it's not pure sugar diet. They eat bugs. They eat a lot of other things.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, never
I
mind.
do
Yeah.
notice that he's got some bird feeders out there.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
did see
Yeah,
a
that's
hummingbird
true.
there once.
Yeah, no,
Now it all
I
makes
think
sense.
that's a trap. Right
Sometimes
there.
you got to put a theory to the test.
yes.
He's just waiting for that one hummingbird to take a poopy right
That's
there.
it.
I wouldn't mind because I like some crunchy hummingbird
How do
honey.
you know it has a crunch?
Well, maybe it's like bug eyes or crunchy. I think.
You think it would accent it?
Yeah, yeah.
It would be a sweet, crunchy thing.
spice.
It'd be like nuts and chocolate.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right.
pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, next question. Leslie sent in a question, and again, you can right on our website. Just hit the live tab. You can put in your question, get your bad advice T-shirt, or you
Yep.
can send them in on the website. This one came in. It says, Leslie wrote, "My boyfriend wants us to make a sex tape. We have a great sex life, and I'm not shy, but I'm just not sure if I should do it. I trust him not to share it, but I'm still nervous about it. So what should I do?"
What's her name? What's this girl's name?
Leslie.
Leslie.
Listen, Leslie. Nobody's making tapes. Okay, what are you using? A fucking VHS? Right? Nothing is on tape anymore.
It's a
Okay.
beta cam. Have you guys ever done that?
I have.
You have.
You made
I
a
have.
Oh,
homemade
yeah,
tape.
you
made a-
got paid for it.
Yeah,
but-
no,
No,
Yeah.
but I've done it.
Oh,
Look,
in
I've done it
private
for
life?
work, but I've done it in my private life.
Private
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I've
I've done both as well.
Yeah,
You
I've done POV. I don't want to be on film.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on camera. I've done POV where I'm holding the camera.
I've never.
Really?
Never
With your
ever.
husband?
No, but
Not
I've
even a
had-
picture
he's-
naked
No, no,
or
he's
sexy
taking
picture
pictures.
of you blowing
And
him?
they're in the
Yeah.
garage somewhere, and I cannot
What?
find them.
Emery had
Why
it
are they in the
You're like, yeah.
garage?
They're in some box, and I'm just like, we have to find them.
I'm so robbing
The
you guys.
pictures of your box are in a box.
I love that.
It's a box in a box.
It's a box in a box.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
No, wait.
And
he's
if you
taking-
can't find them, they're probably in another box.
Or maybe the gardener took
It's like that Russian thing. There's like a smaller box, smaller box. And when you finally get the little one, it's like,
It's
oh,
called
look, it's Marie.
it's called Russian nesting porn.
Yeah. it's a Marie Del Preti Matryoshka.
Matryoshka. Well done.
Hopefully they decompose by now, so.
Unless they're stored in semen, I think.
Jamie
they're probably
wrote,
okay.
Jamie wrote, doing it on tape may be the only way to make sure it doesn't end up on the internet.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, here's the thing. I have done tapes with a lover and stuff, and what I do
have one
because you
stolen.
have to. Well, you have to make the woman comfortable. So I always say, listen, if we do this, you take the copy. I don't. It's like that way.
When I break
you
up with a girl,
because
if
I
we-
don't care if they post it with me.
That's gentlemanly.
When I break up with a girl, if we have pictures of that kind on my computer or anywhere, they are destroyed. Period.
Yes, but you realize
That's
the
the right
thing that
thing.
worries women is that you will not be that guy.
Well, that's
and
right.
the only way to assure that is here, you take it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
I
good.
had a girlfriend and I, we did a porn, and later on it wound up online. I blame North Korea. Fuck it.
It just so happened to end up online.
Yeah,
it
what the
wasn't
hell?
me. It was
Really
Sony. It was
sound-
Sony.
Kim Jong Un put my cock on the computer.
Oh my god.
Who is this
Somehow-
Mexican guy from North Hollywood?
Uh-huh.
I want to see him. That's how Kim Jong Un speaks.
Yeah.
No,
I know him as Sal's cock.
But Leslie, I think you should do the tape. You should, because here's the thing: you should know what you look like.
Yo.
Because here's the thing: you never know if you're doing a good job until you can view it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I'm
It's
doing
true.
a good job.
you don't.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
until you see
Yeah,
it.
you got to
Got to.
critique. You got to critique. Fighters look at themselves fight to see what mistakes they make.
Here's the thing: let's say you're going down on your guy, Marie, and when I got your guy, and we're talking your husband.
Yeah.
So how long you been married?
8 years.
There's no
so
going
think,
down.
Think back about 6 years.
Yeah.
7 or 6 years.
That was
yeah.
before my kid.
Before
yeah.
your kid, when you
Right,
actually
right,
go
right,
down
right,
on your
when you
husband.
actually
Right.
were doing this.
So when you're doing that, right?
I like doing
Typically,
that
you
sometimes.
maintain some eye contact. Right.
I like to look up because I like to see what it's doing to me.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I could imagine Marie's like, I like to look up to make sure he's not fucking around or giving me dirty looks.
But that's my point. That's why you get the videotape, because here's the thing. Those moments when you're not looking, he could be rolling his eyes, like
Texting.
looking at texting, watching the TV.
You don't know my life. That ain't happening.
Wow.
You don't know me.
So you do want to know. You want to keep an eye on the guy.
Yeah, I like to keep an
Someone
eye.
said, Drew, isn't that what mirrors are for?
Yeah. Do people have mirrors in their bedroom
I have
anymore?
a huge one.
Do you? Over your
Yeah.
bed?
It was it's on the wall, but if
You do
you're
realize
looking
he's
at
a
it-
70s porn star, right?
Yeah.
Bounce,
Right,
bounce,
right.
bounce.
I covered all my mirrors in my bedroom. It's like I'm sitting Shiva in the motherfucker. I do not want to see anything.
Sal is a sex vampire.
Right.
Why don't you want to see? Is it because body consciousness?
Let me
or
tell you.
what
Okay,
is
look.
it about?
Okay, in my 20s, I used to be in great shape. I used to pump weights, run marathons 6 days a week. Now I'm a fat fuck. I look at myself in the mirror naked. Who the fuck would fuck me? Who would fuck me? Would anybody here fuck me? Thank you.
What, you didn't even give us a chance to answer.
Yeah,
A.
right,
And
right.
B, why aren't you looking at the girl? Why are you looking at yourself, narcissist?
Yeah.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? What the fuck is that about?
Rita Preti.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Our Trevor, good to see you again. Trevor's back. And we missed him.
Trevor!
Trevor's
Trevor.
here. He says his Kok Hung Yoon is his porn name.
You know what my porn name is?
Good.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Wow.
That's good.
We shared a name.
It was
Is
given
You
that
to
know
me
what
by
mine
someone.
was? No. Don't you remember Edgar Manmeat?
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Nice,
I went with Edgar Manmeat or what was the other
Edgar
one?
Now I need to be
Manmeat.
clear. Edgar Allan Poe is the name I used when editing porn.
Oh, okay.
When I performed in one porn, I did one porn. And in that one, he on the moment made me make it up, and I don't want to admit what it was.
What
'cause
was it? Come on.
Come on.
He said, "All right, so what street did you grow up on?" I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Montana."
yeah.
And he goes, "What's the name of your first first
Right.
pet?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Flowers." All right, you're Montana Flowers.
Yeah.
That was
That's
my
good.
in that
Oh,
one. That was
wow.
my porn name.
See now, I
I actually made a porn based on some classic literature as well, like Edgar Allan Poe. It was called Shakespeare.
So stupid.
see now. I said if I came back and did porn again,
Yeah.
I would be Leonard Moosecake, because that way after the money shot, you could look at her and go, "You've been moosecaked."
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's awful.
No.
Wow.
Making an announcement after you jizz on their face, that's
That's-
it's mandatory.
Moosecake.
No, and the girl
And
looks at
here's
the
the
camera.
thing. I want you next time
Yeah.
you make love to your husband.
Yes.
After he's done, I want you to go, "Honey, moosecake."
See, he wouldn't find that strange out of me. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's just so strange.
Yeah.
I remember one time I shot. I worked at this porn. The location was on a porn site, and so we weren't shooting the porn, but I walked by these doors and I heard porn, right? And I was like, "What is going on there?" Me and my girlfriend were like, and we see the editor. He's working, and so we were like,
He's
poking in.
editing on the spot.
He's editing on the spot, and so he comes out the door. He's like, "Hey, you want to come in?" And we're like, "Yeah." And so
Yeah.
And
Is
so
that or Starbucks?
You know what I mean?
You know.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting. And so I said to him, I said, "Let me ask you something. Are you married?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "And has this affected your sex life, that this is what you watch all day long and all night long?"
Well,
He's
we are
like-
Seventh-day Adventists, so yes.
He said that it's ruined his sex life.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, because this is just so, this is all he sees all day long. And he's
Yeah.
just like, he's so fucking tired of sex.
Why? People ask
When
me
I
that.
edit, I don't have that effect. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have
was
that
going to,
effect.
because you said you were an editor, and I was
It
wondering.
for me, it just becomes part of the day, and I'm not really sexualizing the work. I'm just
Right.
I'm paying attention to the work, not the sex that's going on in it.
I always
So-
said that being in it and doing that
Yeah.
always made me more of a romantic.
Yeah, me too.
because none of that stuff, I don't think that way. Like guys who have no experience with it want to be that. Like they
Yeah.
watch it a little bit and aspire. It's like, oh, it would be cool to do that. I'm like, I don't need to do any of that. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
can we just cuddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're overly.
After you blow me, I want to cuddle.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, no, it's not just cuddling. All right, the next one. My son wants to take up boxing. My wife is totally against the idea. I understand her not liking the idea of fighting, but he really wants to do it. How do I handle it? Andrew.
I mean, if you don't mind your kid being retarded, I mean, after he gets pummeled in the head a million times.
Right, that is a fact.
It is a fact. They
Yeah.
get brain damage.
Well, unless he's good.
Even the good ones are
Yeah, the
stupid.
best come out completely
Yeah,
retarded.
look at
Yeah,
Tyson.
That's true.
He was great.
which is offensive.
No,
we shouldn't be saying
Tyson
retarded.
started
Not
retarded.
retarded, but it meant to
Because
like
Muhammad
kids-
Ali would be a better.
Retarded,
Ali's
retarded
back
kids
there.
are better than ex-boxers.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can I get retarded if I lick a retarded person?
You okay? Well, I'm gonna look that up while you bring us to the next.
Okay, well, no. Here's the thing. That's all good advice. Now, Andrew, here's what you do.
Yeah.
You train him, right? But you're gonna have to prove to your wife that he's gonna be okay. So you use her as his sparring partner.
As his punching bag.
Yeah.
Why do
So,
women always get
it's like
beaten
once
up?
he's punched her lights out a couple times, she's going to be a lot more comfortable with him going in against someone else.
Right.
I have issue with that. I think you should.
Really? You think?
I have issue with that.
I think you should punch the father out a little bit, and then the father will change his mind. You know what I mean? If he gets
But the
punched in
father
the
asked
head
the
a couple
question.
times.
So right
Oh.
away, he's more invested in this child's life. The mother's no good.
All right, you calm
Because
down.
the mother didn't write you a letter. The mother is a piece
Because
of
the
shit.
mother doesn't.
I don't
want
know
him-
if the mother
her kids
listens
to
to
get
the show.
brain damage.
Wait, we don't even know the ethnicity or socioeconomic status of these people.
Whoa, he wants to make it racial.
Oh,
Yeah,
you really?
yeah.
You think Andrew's a black guy?
Andrew, I've known black guys named Andrew.
sure.
I've
you?
known
never known
I've known
one.
Latino Mexican kids named Andy, which is short for Andrew.
I know a Roy Wood Jr. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so what I'm saying
There's
is
no
that
telling.
if you're from the inner city, Latino or black, go for it. If you're like a white kid from the suburbs, trust me, go to college. Do not pursue boxing.
There is a thing with that with sports too. I mean, when I take my kid to a sports game, whatever, for baseball, basketball, most of the kids are Latino and black, and it means so much to those parents because that's their way
That's their
in for
ticket.
their kid.
Yeah.
That's their
I guess
ticket.
that's the other question for Andrew. Is like, Andrew, unless your kid needs to either find a way out of the ghetto
Yeah.
or
Have an
something like that, maybe
education.
boxing is not for him.
Maybe he's kind of an idiot, and they're just like, well, I can't screw him
He's
up
already
anyway. Yeah,
retarded.
he's
Yeah,
already-
Right.
exactly.
Like when I got really bad grades, my dad was like, "Don't worry, we're going to get you into a good trade school. You become a plumber. Don't worry about it." Maybe that's what's going on here.
Yeah, if your kid's slow, go ahead. Let him box.
yeah.
I was kicked out of continuation.
No.
If that makes sense. Do you
I
guys
don't even know what
I
that
don't even know
means.
what that is.
Continuation school. I don't know if it's
a Catholic
nationwide.
thing?
No, continuation is when you go to public school and you're so far behind in your credits that you're like you can't be in regular classes. You have to go to this special little school on the side with all the fuck ups.
Yep.
To finish out your term.
And you were kicked out of there.
That's
I
summer
was
school.
kicked out of. No, it wasn't. Not summer school.
Ah.
It's literally a separate school within a school.
So you have to go
In
to
other
two
words, he would
schools?
be holding the other students back if
Yes.
they had to deal with how stupid he was.
Well, yeah.
This all makes sense now.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Nikki
he
said,
was constantly just making shitty puns.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
They had enough
I
of
love
his ass.
I need more tequila.
I love
I need more
puns.
tequila.
Nikki wrote,
I'm
let
taking-
the kid box. The classes will either teach him to be more respectful or turn him into a jerk. If it teaches him respect, he'll know how to protect himself. And
Right,
if he's a
right,
jerk,
right.
let him get hit.
Now, I want you to know how hard it is for me not to. I mean, we're talking about boxing here.
Yeah. And I like boxing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just I'm avoiding about 7 different rape jokes. I just want to say that right off top.
Oh,
I'm not
thank
doing
you.
It. You're
I
welcome. You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Because I
I'm
asked
not doing
Emery to
them.
cut back on the rape
Yeah,
jokes.
no. I'm doing what I was asked. I'm doing what I was asked.
You're a fine
look.
human being. I appreciate that.
To tell you this,
Listen, one's okay.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I agree.
they asked
I
Mike
want a better
Tyson.
place.
They asked Mike Tyson, "Would you advise a young kid to go into boxing?" And he said, "No, go into MMA." So if you're gonna go into fighting,
Oh, there's some
kid,
good advice.
go into MMA.
What's
And
MMA?
you-
I don't know what that is.
MMA is mixed martial arts, like the UFC.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more disciplined.
Yeah.
It's a lot more head stuff.
more-
It's,
And more
it's for
white.
smarter people. I
A
guess,
little wider.
right,
You,
right.
you
It
could be
is
a white
wider.
guy with tattoos and bald head.
Yeah.
You
Right,
fit
right,
right in.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our next question comes from Patrick. Patrick says, I come from a long line of firefighters. My grandfather was a firefighter. My dad, even my great-grandfather was a firefighter. They all expect me to do the same thing, but it's not what I want to do. I want to pursue my dream of being an artist. How do I do this without breaking their hearts?
I thought you were gonna say I want to pursue my dream of being a ballet dancer.
You
I
know how I
mean-
know this is a true story?
Yeah.
Because he said firefighter.
He didn't say fireman.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I used to fight fires.
Really?
Yep.
I used to set them.
Is there anything?
I
Emery,
know.
Lunch in
Oh, I
common.
know.
Wait, is
Yeah.
there anything Emery hasn't done? I'm
I
just
know, right?
curious.
It was only for 2 summers. I was a volunteer firefighter.
I was in
Stillwell,
World War
Kansas.
II as a paratrooper.
I got a scholarship to West Point.
Yeah.
Well, we know
Oh,
that that's
but I
not
said
true.
no.
Yeah, volunteering to fight grass fires is not the same as West Point. I can
I
tell you
see.
now. I assure you.
Well, I don't understand this guy's problem because I mean, a firefighter. I mean, he'll get so much action.
It's
I mean,
true.
firefighters are hot.
They get
Firefighters
laid
are-
like nobody's business.
They
so
do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
My oldest brother's a firefighter. After 9/11, he loaned me an LA City firefighter sweatshirt. This sweatshirt alone got me laid. The LA City firefighter sweatshirt.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
And he could still be an artist, and because they don't work that much, they only work a few days a week, and then he could be home painting his whatever.
You know, if you take this,
Go ahead.
if you take this down its logical progression, you owe Islam a huge thank you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do.
Technically speaking, if they hadn't attacked us on 9/11/2001, that shirt wouldn't have done shit for you.
Well, no, it would have done less. Women have always loved firefighters, but it would have
right,
it would have
though.
done less.
I'm absolutely right.
You are correct. You know what?
I was a firefighter before it was cool. I'll
it's
tell you
true.
now.
I do owe.
As soon as it became cool, he's like, I'm out.
I owe, I owe Muslim fundamentalists some gratitude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really, was firefighting
thanks for
not
killing us.
cool?
Thank you, Osama.
Assalamu alaikum.
It just wasn't the coolest fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah,
and,
Right.
and let me
No.
tell you, after
Chicks always digged
9/11/2001,
them.
it became.
Oh,
the
yeah,
coolest
after
thing on the
Rescue
planet.
Me? Are you kidding?
Bingo.
Right,
Yeah.
and
Nobody got laid because they dug Emergency. Emergency wasn't fucking
No.
that shitty show.
Backdraft didn't get anybody laid.
No, Backdraft did nothing. It took the Muslim psychosis to make us to turn firefighters into sex objects.
I love firefighters. They're always so sweet, and when I've taken my kid to the fire station, and they're so even like I don't care what they look like. They're just so.
Well, that's
Sassy,
why, Patrick,
sexy.
you go ahead and pursue your dream, but
Yeah.
paint pictures of yourself wearing a firefighter's uniform.
Do a lot of self-portraits.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, he's an artist, right?
Yeah.
He wants to be.
What kind
We
of
don't-
artist do we know?
It doesn't say.
Okay,
don't
so
even know if
I
he's
say
good
get
at it.
into the musical arts and reboot. Who
Milli
did Y-
Vanilli- Milli
who- No,
Vanilli.
who did YMCA? Who did that?
The Village People.
Yeah,
Village
so
People.
reboot the Village People, and you can be a fireman that way.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
that solves the problem.
I like
It's a
that.
win-win, as the
I
asshole
like it.
said.
That
Yeah.
is good. We're
Thank
gonna
you
go
so
with
much.
that
There's
one.
my bad advice.
The next one is from Desi. Desi says, my boyfriend likes to listen to his music when we have sex. The problem is he really likes heavy metal and hardcore punk. That does absolutely nothing to turn me on. How can I get him to listen to something more suited to love making?
This is so easy.
Just get him headphones.
Headphones is the
Yeah.
answer. Headphones is the answer.
what I
Both
mean?
of you can listen to your goddamn Pachelbel's cannons or what cannon.
Ravel.
That's so millennium, though. They're
Pocketbook.
both
I
going to have
know.
earbuds in with their, like,
Yeah,
little-
exactly, with their iPhones.
Yeah,
They'll both be
like-
taking
Horrible.
selfies.
Having
The guy
sex.
wants to fuck to heavy metal. He's already a douchebag. Why
Yeah.
not?
I feel like in this society, like, they can't detach. Like,
Yeah.
they can't unplug. Like,
Yeah.
they can't just, like, put all the media shit down
It's
and
true.
just, you know, I mean, we never listen to
You don't
music
listen to
when
music?
we do it. Mm-mm.
You know, the fact of the I'm about to give good advice.
Oh,
Sorry.
boy.
I'm sorry.
Here
I'm
we
sorry.
go. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I'll counter it.
Well, the fact is, people don't get in the bedroom and talk about what they'd prefer. That's the biggest problem. She's writing a fucking letter to Drew instead of saying, "Hey, baby, can we try something else?"
We
So,
love
I'm
our
done.
listeners, and
There you
thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
But I tell stories.
Yeah.
I tell stories.
Marie,
Once
you're-
upon a time.
No one else. No, I just tell stories of where he is and what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do to him, and like
I love her
where we've
so
been.
much.
That's not telling
I
stories. That's dirty talk. You need to
Yes,
learn the fucking
but it's
lingo.
very-
Because when you started this story, I was like, oh my God, I
didn't
would
say
rather
that
come in my own eye
everything-
than
no,
fuck her.
I didn't even say. Why does he have to be so mean?
'Cause
Why
Look,
is he so
Marie,
angry?
Marie,
Here's
listen.
why. Here's why.
That was
Marie,
funny.
Marie, listen. You are a married woman with a kid. The last time Marie had sex, Hanson was in the top 10. I think.
Yeah, your story started with
I will
bop.
let you guys make fun of me because I'm secure in myself.
Yeah, you know I love you. You know I love you
Yes.
dearly.
Look, the music thing, I like music when, I'm in bed too. But here's the thing, you have an alternative. I like to have sex to my favorite shows. So I say next time you have
Like
sex,
Walking Dead?
Walking Dead.
Put it on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome. Freaking zombies. I am so going to
No.
rock your world.
Wait,
No.
not the one.
No, but don't move. Just lie there.
But wait, no, it should be something that he might like. It should be like the Real Housewives of every county. You know what I mean? Like, it should just be like that playing. And he's just like, what the fuck?
No, Walking Dead works great because it's like role playing. It's like you need to lie perfectly still, and then halfway through, okay, now you come back.
No. This is the worst bad advice. It's the best bad. It's horrible bad advice. Here's why. If you listen to last week's show, or maybe it was the week show prior to that, you will find that if you watch The Walking Dead with your husband in bed, someone's going to end up being killed with a fucking
Only if you drink a
microwave.
lot.
You got to drink.
You got to drink a
What,
lot.
people are having sex without drinking?
Somewhere in the world.
I don't
But
like to
Drew,
drink
if you're gonna be
Yeah, I
playing-
don't either. I'm
if you're
kidding.
gonna
I don't
play-
drink at all, actually.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be playing bad advice while you're fucking, just don't give me any spoilers, please.
Yeah,
No
right,
spoilers.
right.
Okay, well, here's the. Trevor wrote Marie listens to Scarface when she has sex.
Oh, fucking great. See? That's why we pick on you, because it's hilarious. That's why we
I
pick
love that movie.
Marie,
so much.
say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend.
A whole lot of sucking and fucking and licking leprosy.
Her womb is so polluted, I can't even make a little baby.
I wish I was better at quotes from movies. I know there's 10 more great ones from that
Oh
film.
my
Yeah.
God. She's a lesbian. All right, this is awesome. How can I tell my girlfriend that she's hurting me when she goes down on me? She mistakes my groans of pain for ones of pleasure. I love her and don't want to hurt her feelings. No name signed because we both
Okay.
listen to
No,
the
hang
show.
on. Let me see that. Let me see that.
Dude.
Signed, Mr. Del Preti. I see that.
No,
Here's the
My
solution.
husband,
It's really simple.
one of the things he said to me at first, he's just like, you know what's amazing about you? I never feel your teeth.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
nice. And sometimes, by the way,
I
a little
try.
teeth this is the
Yeah.
hard. This is
It's
the
happened to a lot of men,
The-
right?
here-
Yeah,
this
it
is the
happens to
slack
me.
wire that we all want once in a while. Well, not all, that many people want. A little teeth is okay.
A little bit. A little
A
bit.
little bit.
Little
a
tiny
little
bit.
bit.
I mean,
I
Not
do
you.
too,
Yeah, yeah. So,
No, I
so
do.
you're
A little
2 to
bit.
1 on this
Little
one.
bit.
We're 2 to 1
Why do you
here.
want to feel teeth?
Well, as a kid, I grew up. I saw the movie Piranha, and when I saw that movie, I was like, I like a little bit of nipping.
What are
a
you,
little bit of
mince
nipping.
meat down there? What the hell's going on in your
no,
pants?
My girlfriend
when-
circumcised me,
What?
is what I'm saying.
when a girl's down on you, one of the things that for me that can really feel amazing is just the threat of teeth. In other words, that's different. You
I
follow
don't
me?
mind.
The danger.
Well, that's
Yeah,
different.
like
That's
like
different.
when you say
Yeah.
bite down a little bit and they bite a little and you can feel
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blood
That's a
filling.
communication.
True.
Well,
I
that's
don't-
the
yeah.
that's what the advice to this one is.
Yeah.
And by the
That's
way,
true.
to this person, what's their name?
It's a guy.
It's a guy.
Okay, to this guy.
We don't know the name. He
First
said
of all,
they listen.
first of all, here's what you do: stop listening to heavy metal when you're fucking.
Yeah.
Because. Yeah, that's the problem.
Or maybe she's hungry. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
feed her.
Yes.
Before.
Yeah, that's
Right,
definitely
right,
good.
right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice.
But we
Definitely
thank you
feed
for
that
writing
woman.
in with 2 different
That's
questions.
true.
We appreciate that.
Some people are freaky though. My last girlfriend used to like me to wear a Michael Myers mask.
What in the fuck are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
During sex.
He
Michael
takes
Myers.
like mentally.
And walk out of a lake.
You know how close
off.
we are to being able to fuck anybody we want where that's concerned with the whole VR thing?
What's
VR?
Virtual reality, you put on this headset.
Yeah.
You guys follow me?
Okay.
You put on a headset,
Yeah.
and then you watch porn in
Yes.
this headset, and it's
Ooh.
virtual reality, so you can see from the VO. You like POV,
POV
right?
is great.
So you can see from the POV. All of a sudden, you've got tattoos you didn't have, but you know, I mean, eventually.
All of a sudden, I got pecs.
Yeah.
I
And-
wish I had another girl here because this is such a guy thing.
Well, I was
think,
talking
yeah.
to a couple friends of mine. I'm like, you know, I'm poly, and I've got right. So I've got more of an open world that I live in. So I could say to either of my 2 current girlfriends, I could say, I'd like to put on a VR, and then you play the role of the girl and go down on me. And a friend of mine's like, why don't you just take the headset off and let your girlfriend blow you?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, someone
Yeah,
wrote.
he's like so 1940s, your friend.
yeah, right.
Jamie wrote, "Never feed her before you jam something down her
Oh
throat."
my God.
Wow.
That is a good point.
But that's like the old
Well,
joke.
give
What's
her
the
an
difference
hour.
between jam and jelly?
Mm.
You can't jelly your cock down a chick's throat.
Wow.
Well, it's like swimming. You don't go in right away after you've eaten. You give
You
it
gotta wait 30 minutes,
digest.
yeah.
Digest.
Can't you?
then someone wrote,
I think you can jelly your cock down a woman.
you might- slowly.
Yeah,
just-
she gags
I
more when you're
saw
jealous.
something like that. It was disgusting.
One of
Where
our
did I
others-
see it?
What are they, shimmy or jelly?
No, it was
In
it
a
was,
box of pictures
No,
in
it was
your
that
garage.
Netflix. No, shut up. It was that Netflix. You guys are assholes
I'm
today.
sorry.
Oh no,
Sorry.
this is a
I
funny
need
show
another
today.
person here. I
No,
have
no, this is
buffer.
perfect. In fact, we just do this every week from here on.
You have no protection,
Oh my
Marie.
God, I don't. No, it's a Netflix show about prostitutes. Did you see that
I've not
documentary?
seen it. No.
And
Oh, it goes all over the world, right?
Yeah, and guys, no,
It doesn't
it's
go over
in
the
one
okay,
area.
Okay, I saw the one where they went all over the world.
No, and these guys they pay extra to make a girl throw up from their.
Oh, that's a kink.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a kink. I've
Well,
heard
before we
of that.
move on to the next question, I actually Trevor has some great freaking bad advice.
All right, bring it on,
Trevor's
TV.
For that, because dump her and date her grandma who doesn't have teeth.
I don't know. The grandmas
Thank
are
you,
getting
Trevor.
younger. I know grandmothers my age. And
That's
Yeah, no,
because
they
no,
are.
you're
It's-
missing the point here.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
because you're getting older, you dumbass.
Right.
also, I'm Mexican.
And it doesn't matter
helps.
how
Yeah,
young the
that
grandmother
plays
is. The important thing is she doesn't have teeth.
Yeah, but they
That's
don't
exactly
do
right.
dentures anymore. but
Here's
that's
here's
fine.
an interesting one. This is from Carolyn. Carolyn says, I want to have plastic surgery, but I can only afford one procedure. Which should I get? Breast
The right
implants
tit.
or liposuction for my ass?
Liposuction
wow.
ass or what?
Or
Or
breast?
breast implants.
Or breast implants?
I would leave the ass alone.
No, big ass is in style now.
Yeah, leave it
Yeah.
alone. Don't suck anything out.
Oh no,
Actually,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Lipo in the
feed
ass.
it
yes.
if anything.
Feed the ass.
Yeah.
Pump up the tits.
Yeah, it'll balance it out, I guess.
Yeah.
You won't fall over.
Yeah,
she might be bottom heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say don't do either. Go to the surgeon who can give you a confidence injection. Because,
Oh, now you're
Keep it
sensitive.
real.
Too fucking late, Emery. Right? He's been
Now he
techno.
wants to see
Yeah,
real
now
life.
he wants to be
Yeah.
all.
Relax, Dr. Phil. Just because you're bald, you ain't Dr. Phil.
Oh. We made it
Okay.
almost to the end of the show without everybody getting mean.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't think it's possible.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, here's the thing.
I'm only the only drunk one here, and yet everybody's meaner than me.
See,
Yeah.
I would have said get the liposuction on the ass because listen,
Really?
I don't. First of all, I
You're
don't
not an
like,
ass man.
and I don't
He
like
white.
big tits.
He white.
No.
I like smaller
You like
tits
normal,
and form.
basic,
I like.
average,
Yeah,
yeah.
real-
and
real
the thing,
women.
look, you don't need your woman to be a fat ass.
No.
I like fat ass.
Kardashians is too big.
No, I like big ass, like
You like it like
humongous
that?
ass that smothers me so I can't
It
breathe.
looks like an
Really?
You are
elephant
such a
walking.
fucking stereotype.
You like the Dutch oven door.
I'm a Mexican guy drinking tequila, telling you I love fat ass.
Yeah, right?
I am every, and I didn't graduate
You are-
high school, by the way.
You
just
are
so-
Yeah,
every
yeah.
stereotype we could possibly come
Yeah,
up with.
yeah.
I
Do
love
they have
that.
to be related to you too?
See,
Molly says go for the boobs.
Yeah, that's
See,
the
I don't
thing. I don't dig it. I don't dislike. For the record, I don't dislike women who have fake tits. If somebody wants to fuck me, I'm in.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm there.
I don't like
but they're different. They're drastically
They're
different.
hard.
Yeah.
I
they're
think if you're
different.
going to go that route, get more creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like instead of just putting breasts
I
in
know
there,
where you're going.
like it's saline, it's salt water, right?
Yeah.
It should be like a little fish tank. Make the breast clear and like have some goldfish in there.
Oh, like chaps, right?
Yeah,
you can see
like you
through
could
it.
just-
I
You
think
know,
you
like-
might have just described some future, and I'm not joking, some future thing we're
Yeah.
going to see. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That would be
idea.
Yeah.
awesome, wouldn't it?
That's an amazing
And you're
idea.
probably thinking, how do you feed them? Well, you just make the nipples like pepper grinders.
Oh my God. I'm so depressed by this show.
And then when you shake them, it's kind of like that little, like, you know, those little crystal, you know, the
Oh, the
little
snow globes. Snow
globes.
globes.
yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome.
I agree.
What kind of fish you putting in there?
Ooh, the
Kissing,
fighting fish.
kissing garamis, so that on the
Right,
inside, on
they're
the outside,
sucking
you
on
have one and one on the outside, and both are just going.
Oh, the ones that are sucking the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ones that
yeah,
suck
yeah,
the
yeah.
glass. Yeah, I want the fish to suck the inside of the tit.
Yeah.
Or a
There you go.
slug.
All right,
Let's
well-
work together on this.
Yes,
we do
where are
it?
the plastic surgeons listening? Do it.
Should we do one more little section? Let's go with. We're just gonna do a little quick politics is stupid because I have a question for pet peeves.
All right.
The world is one big tragedy. I wonder what I can do. But I'm not gonna let it bother me tonight. No, not
By the way, one of our listeners said, "You know what? Split the difference. Get one boob and one butt cheek,
That's a
but
better
just make
version
sure
of
it's
joke
the
I
right one of one and the left one of the other, so you don't tip
you
out
gotta
to the
balance.
side. You don't want to
No,
capsize."
That's so Picasso. Like it's so that's
Yeah.
the next trend.
I like it.
Yeah.
So funny.
There was an article in the paper, and then I also had personal experience of this in a store. You know when the kid is acting up,
Yes.
is it okay to say something about another person's kid?
Oh hell yeah!
No.
Smack the motherfucker.
No.
Yeah.
Smack them. Yeah, that's a little
If your
tequila
kids,
right
look,
there.
you're not allowed to go into someone else's house and smack their kid, but in public, like Target, you're allowed to.
I got into a fight on Facebook with somebody because I didn't know her name and I knew she was a friend of this girl I knew, and
She a hoe.
oh man, I was so pissed. I said hello to this girl I did know, and my son came over and he was just kind of making noises and being silly, and the girl that was with her had a hangover, and she's like, ugh, sweetie, stop it, okay? What's wrong with you? Stop making noises. And I said, first of all, don't address my child.
Yeah.
World star.
There we go.
Okay, and I said, and we're out of here. And then I was stewing in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta find her. And so I didn't find her.
I'm gonna kill this
I'm gonna
bitch.
kill this bitch. My husband's like, because I was gonna make a U-E and go back to the rest. He's like,
Wow.
we got places to go. You're not going back. And
Right.
so I found the girl that I knew on Facebook, and I just tore into her friend.
Wow.
And then she defended her friend, and then we got into.
You're not friends anymore,
No.
are
You guys aren't friends anymore?
No.
You see, like I've been on a plane, and I, like the little kid who's just like
It's
kicking
different
your
on
seat,
a plane.
kicking your seat. I was like, I will. So you're saying it was wrong when I was like, I will fucking kill you.
You gotta wait until you're over.
Was that wrong of me?
You just have to wait till
I
you're
do
over.
exactly the same thing, but I say it slightly different. I say, I will fuck and kill you. There you go.
You
There's
made
the
your
one
rape
joke.
joke. Thank you. That was good.
You just have to wait until you're over international waters. Then you can get away with it. It's legal then.
Yeah,
Well,
then.
so you're advocating for actually fucking and killing.
Well, if you're over international
Yeah,
waters,
no, I guess you
know,
got a point.
No,
And you can marry him and you can gamble.
no government can hold you accountable.
I think the parents are the problem because I do discipline my kid.
But
I'm
that's
an
just
Italian
it.
mom,
The parents
you know what I mean?
are the problem. So this is when that is not happening.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody who immediately sees a kid misbehaving, and doesn't give the other parent. No, of course you're completely wrong. We're talking about a scenario where it's going on. Like
And nobody's doing anything.
yeah, we were at the movie theater.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this
that
was
is
an
high school.
R-rated movie. It was a horror movie. And this woman brought her little kids, and the kid is running up and down the aisles.
No.
And I'm like, look, I paid money to do this. And someone else tried to argue with me, well, she has a right to be here too. Yeah, she does. You don't have the right to have your kid mess it up for other people.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the movie theater didn't say he's not allowed in.
They did.
Right.
Well, no, eventually they came and kicked her out, and the
Yeah.
other people all started applauding
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
as
No,
she was
you're
walking
allowed.
out.
You're allowed to bring your kid to an R-rated movie as long as they accompany you.
Yeah, you have to be accompanied
Really?
by an adult. Yeah.
So you can
yeah.
bring. Okay, I was at the Scarface screening at this open movie theater like a month ago. Whatever.
Recording it so she could play it at home that night.
Right.
Learning every word. And there was a kid, like literally a 5-year-old, and he would perk up every time they said something disgusting, and there was the violence and everything. And these parents were just laying like pigs on their blanket, not doing it, and not covering their ear. And he was there the whole night. And I was the badly behaved kid. I was just going, can't believe you. And I was just yelling at these
Really?
people.
You were saying something?
constantly. Yeah, I was so like insane about it. I
Were
was
they
like,
were they Italian?
no.
So in this
they were
story-
Mexican.
Oh.
And I said, I'm sorry, I can't even enjoy all the violence and the shit in this movie because I'm worried about your kid and how it's damaging and if he's going to go out and kill people when he gets older.
I'm sure he
know
will.
what I
But
mean?
you didn't talk to their kids.
No.
You stuck to your guidelines.
Well, it's funny because Jamie wrote, the kid behind me was kicking my seat. The parent wouldn't do anything. So I made a deal with the kid. I said, if you don't kick my seat, I won't dump my soda on your head.
That's nice. I like that.
There you go.
That's funny.
Or I'll dump my beer on a flaming mummy. Fuck it.
Right?
I don't give a fuck.
Have you ever reprimanded anybody, a kid in
A
public?
kid?
Yeah.
No, you know what I have is
I never reprimand the kids.
No, you know what I've done? I've
Yeah.
given evil looks to kids.
Yeah.
I've given like evil looks like I will kill you and kidnap you looks.
Yeah.
And then they shut
And
the
sometimes
fuck up.
that works.
It does. It totally
Sometimes that
works.
works.
You know what?
It
made-
totally works.
I
know
will
what-
stare a kid down.
You stare at kids. I get mad at the parents, but you know what works with kids is when you make them laugh. They
That's what I do.
immediately stop.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I interact.
I got arrested for
jovially
tickling.
with. Whoa, that's not right. When I see a kid throwing a fit,
Yeah.
that's the only time I'll interact with someone else's kids, and it's never to be a dick to them.
Yeah.
It's to try to help the parent get control, because a kid is jarred emotionally by a stranger interacting with them, and with the mom and or dad there,
They'll stop.
it's okay, right? And so when I see a kid really throwing a fit, I'll go by and go, hey man, life's not so bad. Life's not so bad. And I've never had a parent get dickish with me
No.
for playing a role in.
You had the right approach.
Yeah.
As opposed to when I remember when I was in Target, and my kid was 1 and he was throwing a fit because he wanted a toy, and all these people were just staring. I'm just like, and I yelled at someone. I was like, if you're not gonna pitch in, don't stare at me,
Right,
okay?
right,
Here's the thing. I will say this. I think
mad.
what I try to do is educate, and not the parents clearly aren't going to get educated on this because they're already screwing up. They've
already
had their
lost.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I educate the kid. If I'm on a plane and the kid is acting up, I take the kid aside and explain to him exactly how to open the emergency door.
I knew you were gonna say that. You know how far down we are, kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go give it a shot as soon as I get this seatbelt put on.
I know how to get your ass in the fuselage. So
Right.
Just quiet.
And peace.
There's a kid on the wing.
Well, guys, I think we've pretty much gone far enough with the
Oh.
show.
It's a great show.
It's a great. It was a
today.
great show. I
Yeah.
want to thank everybody. Marie Del Preti, what do you got going on?
I think I'm just at Cinnabar this week on Thursday night for.
Do you know
Christy's
I'm with
show.
you?
Are you? Yeah, bitch.
So everybody come out to Cinnabar in
Yeah.
Van
Is that
Nuys
8
on
o'clock?
Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Emery,
What's the date? What's the date on that?
Thursday, the whatever Thursday.
Whatever.
12th.
Thursday, November 12th.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And it's free, so come on out, right? I'm saying it's free.
Nice.
It's going to be very funny.
At some point this month, I'm hosting Godfrey, but not Gilbert. And that happens at Flappers in their little room off the side there.
Oh, the Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, the Yoo-hoo room.
Oh.
So check Flappers' schedule for Godfrey, but not Gilbert. Also, you can find me, Emery II, on Twitter. And that's where you can find everything else I do. Ardent Atheist Skeptical.
Nice. Sal Rodriguez.
Nice. I invite anyone to send something to me to review for my YouTube review channel. It's at Salvador, Los Angeles. I approached 2,000 subscribers recently. I don't know how the hell it happened. I review toys and tech. If you got a pair of headphones or anything technologically related or anything toy related, go ahead and give me a shout out on youtube.com/Salvador Los Angeles.
Cool. Do you
That
do
is
like
very
vibrators
cool.
and sex toys?
I will review anything.
That's great.
I like it.
I like
Well,
it too.
Drew's Bad Advice on Twitter. You can come to the Bad Advice Facebook page. Make sure you subscribe for free on iTunes. I love all our listeners. Make sure you send in your pictures of yourself in the Bad Advice t-shirt so we can get you up on the website. Love you guys for watching live and being part of the show. Thank you, and we will see you again next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
Ow!